boom, we're off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy. He's got a soft spot for young female train wrecks. Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
I truly do. Well, it looks like I'm sponsored tonight by Jake's 58, 69, Jake something. Yeah, free shirt.
You see your girl's pregnant, right?
Who's my girl? I didn't do it.
Brittany?
That's my girl? That's your girl.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. Make sure you're downloading, rate, review, subscribe, leave a comment. We don't have that many ratings or subscriptions, so I know people are listening to this. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Do something.
Subscribe. Do we get money? Do we have to pay for subscription? Is this like a 900 number?
Yes.
Give us money.
Episode 124. Say my name. Say my name. I have so many things to talk about for today, Zach. But before we get into
it doesn't this matters. Rob Katz is drinking red wine. He's got a bottle of Chev. It's good for him.
We are coming up to the holiday.
We are.
Zach, today's episode, what are we drinking?
We are drinking from the Wolfenstein Brewery, Hefe.
Widmer's Brothers Brewing, 4.9%.
Like it makes a difference. It's something Third Reichy. Anyway, it's in Portland, Oregon. It's a wannabe beer.
There you go.
It's going to be from Bavaria.
Bavaria, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited.
American Hefeweizen. Oh, this is going to be Scheisse.
Release the Kraken.
Something like Achtung.
Cheers.
Schweinhund.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, it's got like a little kick to it, like the Fuhrer.
So Zach, I picked Hefe for today's episode because Hefe is kind of like people who are in charge. It's El Jefe, and also kind of reminds you of like Jeff.
Spanish Jefe. I would much rather have a Corona Jefe than this.
Jefe. But yeah, Jefe or Conte. Jeff. I'm going to start calling all my Jeffs Jefe.
So they're going to love that.
Zach, I saw a great TikTok.
Hold on. We are 2.5 minutes in. We haven't addressed the tiny jersey you wear. That thing's a women's medium. It's a hand puppet.
It's actually, I think, a kid's large. I have the worst luck buying. I got this for Julia years ago. It is pour one out for your boy, Dwayne Haskins jersey. It definitely happened, and we're going to get to it later, but I have the worst luck with jerseys. I have so many jerseys that I've bought, the Adrian Peterson, Andrew Luck, Vince Young, Elvis Gerback on the Ravens, and now to complete the collection, Dwayne Haskins.
Elvis Gerback, the most healthy of all of them.
I could go. If you ever want somebody dead on another team, buy me or have me buy the jersey because
clearly you don't have any Brady's, do you?
Nope. Been thinking about it though. Mm-hmm. I bought a Godwin, tore his ACL. I mean, it just doesn't stop. With
Ruggs?
No, didn't even think about that one.
He's got some trouble.
Zach saw a great video on the talk the other day. They went around asking all of these, I want to call them Eastern Asians, but we can just call them Asians. That's PC. Their Western names and why they chose them. And this video was
why the nail salon people were all Jenny.
I don't know if it was Jenny, but they were asking these people, what is your Western name and how'd you get to it? And some was like Tommy, because I thought that was good. And this one woman was Suzanne because her real name was Ann, and it kind of had the same thing in the middle. And it just got my juices flowing.
That'll get you there.
Zach, if we were going to choose our Eastern names, because you actually have chosen a name. You have a daughter that you picked a name out for. So you've gone through the thought process at one point, right?
I went through every female name and just went settle on the last one I saw. Zoe. No, we did a top 5 list, and then we brought our armies and we went to war lobbying for our list. Her list was terrible.
How do we see said list? Can that be an episode?
Ooh, I don't know what was on. It's been so long, but no, the lists got thrown out or burned. But I had some names that I'm not proud of on there. I had like some of them.
I'm legit worried for when I do have kids.
Zoe was my number 1, and I pushed hard for it.
I'm going to need 7 boys' names at some point for all of my children, and I'm
you're
worried.
Impotent over there in that tiny jersey.
If you're going to be impotent, you got to look impotent.
Yeah, you look like you're wearing a condom. That thing is so tight.
Maybe I'm muscular, Zach.
Maybe you're not.
I've met so many people over the years that remind me, for good or for bad, and I'm not naming my kid Ron, though I do love me some Ron Katz, but I will have to come up with some creative names, and I'm thinking maybe I just start breaking barriers. Why not name my first kid Dwayne?
Apostrophe or no apostrophe?
2 apostrophes.
Ooh. We're in the wrong places.
DWA apostrophe. But
End
serious.
it with one. Like it's implying the S.
Well, it would be S. So
Yeah.
the person would be Dwayne apostrophe period S.
God.
So, Zach, we're going to choose our Easter names today. And I've actually sat and thought about it a little bit.
You have your juices going. You're like chow fun, but I got nothing over here. I got to come up
We
with
have
this.
a lot of options, right? Because we could do the really, really pick out a good Chinese name, like just call myself Ping, but I don't think I'd be able to pull that off in like a serious conversation when you meet somebody and you're like, Ni hao, my name is Ping.
See, if you're gonna ni hao it, you need to know how to say my name is.
What?
You
My
just
name
talk
is
like Chinglish. It's Chinglish. You got nothing. Yeah, it's like Spanglish. You never heard that before? That's it for me. You've been great. Steph
Good
King
night,
coming back
Anita.
this week.
I was just thinking this show easily, we just convert over to Easter names and we call it beef and broccoli. I'm the beef clearly with my muscles, and you're the broccoli.
I am not the broccoli. I am sesame shrimp, baby. Nothing kosher about it.
I'm thinking, though, I definitely would pick
Broccoli.
my name. Oh, it wasn't bad, right?
That's all right.
I was thinking I would be Tso, just TSO for General Tso. That's probably my Eastern name.
So we're just going for like foods.
I don't know. Or another part of me wants to go with a bunch of R's and just be Roberto, because ain't no way they're saying that.
Woboto.
Lalurto. But that's the same thing. When we always mess up a foreign person's name, they're like, you're not even close. Good luck with Roberto.
So I would probably wasn't there like a Zheng dynasty or something like that?
Spell it. Good luck.
Zheng, I think.
It's a Q.
Get the fuck out of here with they don't Q in their language.
Which one of us has been to Beijing and which one of us is you?
It's a Qing dynasty?
Qing dynasty. I think it's QING.
That's kin.
Okay.
I think there's a Zheng dynasty.
My other thought is maybe I just pick a different American name and call myself Ryan, which quickly turns into Lion, which that's a good thing. We were just talking about lions before the podcast.
We were with Zoe. She was into that. There's a Zhangzhou. Zhangzhou, that's a town. That's a cool name. A lot of Z's in that. I like that.
Maybe we'll get back to you with your Eastern name.
So there was a Zhang He, and he was a Chinese explorer, and he did something. I'm going with Zhang.
Joe Babe, my African name is Mbuntu. Matumbo.
Mabuntu, Jesus.
That's close.
She's got an actual. Your African name is Matumbo. That's not bad. Does that make us like Elijah Wan that we're just going with like?
She's been to Africa. She says the kids over there walk up and touch her skin because they're not sure what's going to happen. She's like, it's crazy over there. You have no idea.
Yeah, I would touch your skin too. Anything happens. What, you like solid, like the air up there?
That's a great movie.
Okay.
When he goes to cut him at the end, he goes, not too low. Jimmy Dolan, shake and bake. I had that on tape. I watched that movie a lot growing up. He throws the ring, St. Joe's, love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, Zach, let's talk about the obvious. This past weekend, one of our boys has no longer going to be making throws. Now, I'm treading very lightly just because...
How many throws was he making before you bought that jersey?
I bought it when he was drafted right out of the Ohio State University. And I got it because I thought it'd be something sweet. And then he wasn't great with the Washington Football Commanders. He sure
says on your shirt, big boy.
He sure as hell wasn't great with the Steelers. But I was going to talk about this with Pisha of the Week, but did Adam Schefter go too hard or not hard enough? Did you see the tweets?
I saw the tweets. He took them down.
It was really bad. By putting in his little eulogy, struggling to catch on in Washington, that was bad.
I don't think he went hard. I think it's the time and a place for, honesty. It is some sort of decorum. He could have just said, like, good player and a nice guy. He didn't have to go into his stats or his aptitude.
I'm not. I want to say something mean, but I'm not going to.
Why not?
But
pussy.
Because there's no need for it. I'm just not.
The jersey speaking for itself.
I thought the jersey was hysterical, and I could not. I mean, this jersey is going to get burned quickly after this. If I might have to cut it down the middle just to get it off.
That's going to need the jaws of life to get you out of that thing.
But why? Do we ever know why he was going
Julian's
for?
Going to knock on the neighbor's door to help with that thing.
Our neighbors, we need to check on once a week to make sure they're still alive.
Perfect.
Although one of our neighbors is a real jerk face, for Valentine's Day, put up a wreath that was the size of Miami on the door. It's like, this is how much I love my wife.
What? Why is that mean? Oh,
Because
for
you're basically
Valentine's Day.
for
I thought you
Valentine's.
said Christmas. I thought it was like a Goya wreath. So a Valentine's Day? Who the hell celebrates Valentine's Day publicly?
People that want to show off to their neighbors.
Little guy.
Why was Haskins running at night on the highway? Do we ever find out what that was about? That's weird,
I think
right?
It's a cold case at this point. Just stop.
Schefter had that tweet up before his rigor mortis had fully set in, though.
Yeah, but there's that. But I have no idea. People do things.
I don't get it.
People are idiots.
Zach, we have a write-in from one of our favorite viewers, watchers, listeners.
It's not like you know, a BW bug. Oof.
I was hanging out this weekend with Miss Heather and her fiance Josh.
Heather.
We've talked about it before, and she did the I have a great podcast topic for you, which she was really, really sick. Later found out she had COVID. Everybody's doing okay. Topic wasn't great, but let's dice up a little bit.
What was the topic?
She works in an office. One of her employees, coworkers, this might happen to you. One of their people they work with sent them a fresh batch of warm chocolate chip cookies. She said maybe like 40 cookies. They come in, they sit on this person's
to me. We have munchkins in the office, and I still wonder how many is one too many.
The aroma fills the office. Everybody anxiously hopes to get a cookie. Yeah. The employee stands up an hour later, takes all of the cookies home, doesn't share them with the office. What do you do?
Within an hour, I'm in that basket. Are you kidding me? Well, I'm calling them out. I'm saying, whoa. You brought 4,000 Mrs. Fields in here.
Somebody sent them to him.
That's fair game. That's for the office. If you want them personally, you send them to that person's home. If you send them to, by the way, you big fat ass, you eat 40 cookies. I don't know about that. Share them with the office. It's implied.
It's pretty bad.
And if it's not, I'm calling him out. What's our rank? Equal or above, I'm calling him out. Boss, maybe not. Maybe I say something. If that's my last day, I'm going out with a cookie.
You got no marbles. No marbles, Zach.
I might. I mean, if they want to fire me, at least give me a Mrs. Fields on the way out. I'll take a David's or a Famous Amos.
I'm not a big cookie guy, but
still, it's etiquette.
The smell of it, you're like, it's pretty good.
Where's the etiquette? This person was raised with terrible pedigree.
We had this at our Super Bowl party this past year. My buddy got way too many soft pretzels. And I mean, way too many. Something like 30. Well, how many could he eat in one night, right? I said, what are you going to do with these? He goes, I'm going to take them into the office tomorrow.
Both of us put away at the Bavarian place. We both ate more than our share of that monster pretzel.
He brings the pretzels in for his office the next day. Didn't stop me from taking 8 of them home and freezing them, eating them at my leisure throughout the next month.
What a hazard.
So that was a listener write-in, which I always appreciate because a lot of people do go, oh, that would be a good podcast topic. 95% of the ideas are dreck.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I would insist on opening it. I would call them out. I would talk about it constantly. I would talk about it loudly to the guy next to me so this guy could hear. Did you see what John did with those fucking cookies? Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of talking about someone loud enough for them to hear, but to someone else. It lands every time.
Zach, something else has been on mine recently. There's all these new sayings, and I'm hearing them more and more and more.
Hello.
They are bothering me to no end. So
get off my lawn.
It does sound a little get off my lawn-ist, but here are the 4 things that have come up way too much. Not related to Will and Jada, but people saying something slaps. Oh, it slaps. Why?
That's a saying. Like, oh, it slaps of this, or it just slaps.
It slaps. Like it's a good thing. Like, oh yeah, that song it slaps. I
don't like that. Like it's like a hard. Oh yeah, that slaps a little bit of this. Is more of like a hearkening too. But no, I've never heard it the way you said it.
Second one, the new way of saying somebody is crazy is they're unhinged.
I've said that before.
You say unhinged?
Not often, but like if this person is unhinged. They have lost it. Yeah, I've said that.
You don't just go off the deep end? That's usually my go-to.
I do. Off the deep end, straight bananas, unhinged, lost their marbles.
Knucking futs.
That's the worst.
A new one. Another one that's come up a couple of times, and maybe it's just more in my UFC world.
Futzing around is always a big one in my house.
This is something where people keep on saying something is on site. It's the new way of being like, next time I see you. It's not a discussion. It's not this. It's, oh yeah, it's on site, Zach. On site.
Next time we're on site, we're gonna fight, that kind of thing.
It kind of means like it's on site, like shot on site, punch on site, but essentially just means like the next time you see the person, it's on site.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Me
I'd
neither.
rather them say IRL.
I say IRL.
I know, but it's tongue in cheek. You don't actually say it to mean it, do you?
IDK.
Ugh, the worst.
The other one, which is growing and growing, this is a couple years old now, but it's just too much for me.
Best acronym, by the way, is TLDR. It kills every time. Too long, didn't read, couldn't deal.
Any form of gaslighting, gaslighter, I hate it. He gaslit me. Hate it.
Don't like it.
Are you familiar?
I am. I don't like it. I didn't like it when it was. I don't like it.
All right. That will end up segueing into a later date.
That was what grinds your gears, just what the young people are saying?
It's just too much. It's these new... Everything is... It slaps. Newfangled. This beef and broccoli show, it slaps.
It does slap. I really don't like the way that's used. It's
I'm telling you, you're going to hear it more and more now.
Not in the circle. I work with a lot of 20-something-year-olds. Now I'm going to notice it because I try not to listen to them. They prattle on about nothing. Hip shoes and instas and their...
talks.
Ticks and talks, yeah.
I had one of my first ever duets on TikTok today, which, do you remember I made that video forever ago?
Paradise by the Dashboard Light on TikTok? What's wrong with you?
No, you can make a duet with a video on the talk where somebody ends up playing your video, and usually they react to it, but it was the Trump rap that I did years ago, where it was this guy, this very nice gentleman, who sat there just kind of nodding his head along and chewing on something, and he put like a like on it, and I'm not sure what he was going for, but, vanity metric, I enjoyed it.
So wait, can you then,
I can then respond to him.
Yes. The duet? So you gotta do it, put a whole thing of Big League Chew in your mouth and just sit there nodding along.
I don't go back and forth with these people. I just said,
why? You have nothing better to do. You're wearing a size 6 Haskins shirt. Come on.
I don't know if I should be making any big lip chewing references with this gentleman that did a duet with me.
Go for it.
Pishadoo of the week. Zach, I wanted to leave some time so we could unpack these a little bit today because I got 7 candidates here for you. 7. First one.
Costanza?
I don't even know if I'd ever heard that this was being a movie, but the person they chose to play the Flash is this actor named Ezra Miller. Did you hear what happened?
No.
So this guy is set for life at this point, right? If you're going to be any of these...
Flash Gordon again.
I don't know the difference.
Well, one is a guy who runs real fast. One is just total ridiculousness in the 80s.
No. The guy, the superhero, who I think is not Marvel. He's the other one, right? He's right. So this guy is now the new Flash. I think he gets his own movie. And, they'll keep bringing him back for all the Momoa type of things. This guy went completely unhinged in a bar recently where he sat down and people started singing karaoke. Goes up, slaps the microphone out of the person's hand. Random asshole singing karaoke. And this guy just goes absolutely nuts. I think they're removing him from being the Flash for this.
Wait, someone's singing Paradise by the Dashboard Light in karaoke and he flips out on them and now he's off the movie? Good.
It's bad. There may be a drinking issue. I have no idea. It was some empty orchestra show. I don't know. That's what karaoke stands for.
I know what it's. Anyway... Oh, if the song sucked, or if as Chris Tucker says, you killed a classic.
At what point are you famous enough that you're legit just worried about something? When you're in the world of movies and stuff, you speak when spoken to.
I mean, if Will Smith can slap a person, this guy can slap a microphone. It trickles down.
Trumped up, trickled down?
Trickle down slaponomics. It's all there.
It's actually pretty
funny.
I just say...
The die is cast. Now they're all going to do it.
First candidate.
It's a weak candidate, but all right, go on.
Candidate the second. The Situation, Jersey Boy, and his piece. Maybe it's his wife, maybe it's his girlfriend. Posted
Lauren? I like her.
You're such a
That's our guilty pleasure. We watch it, Jenna and I. Yeah, I know all about Lauren.
Oh, it doesn't slap, Zach. Anyways, they posted a picture the other day, and apparently there was some photoshopping going on. And the picture goes viral for people commenting, look how photoshopped this picture is. You can only see one nostril. She looks like she is this. He's this. And I'm just sitting there going, you idiots online don't know that every single picture is photoshopped? Drove me crazy.
You drive me crazy because what did we do at the end of last week's episode? You showed me Shannon Elizabeth's tits, and the first words out of your mouth were, it's so airbrushed. Same thing.
But I know it is and made a comment. I didn't go off the deep end with this.
You're unhinged. You slap.
You're such a
Or
gaslighter.
other thing, whatever the opposite of slap is.
I don't know. Knee slapping was good. That was going back in the day, like, it's a knee slapper.
Yeah.
Knee slapper was always funny.
Knee slapper is good. All right, go on.
Candidate number 3. I only saw this reposted by one of my friends on Facebook, but there is a bar in Milwaukee that is calling themselves the Sports Bra, where they will only be showing women's sports. This is a cubbyhole situation, right?
Well, I don't mind fundamental,
right?
Non-viewing pleasure. I fundamentally don't mind an all-women's sports bar, and that's cool. But like naming it the Sports Bra, you're sort of like making light of it, or you're almost embarrassing yourself. If you just wanted to call it like, well, I can't think of anything other than Foxy Boxing, but like, I'm sure if you gave me a day, I could come up with something good and like tasteful, or Laura Davies' House of Fun. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just the Sports Bra is.
So your problem's the name.
My problem is the name with what it is. If you wanted to open a bar that shows women's sports and is women run and is women's this, have at it. It's America. Open what you want. People show up, they do. If they don't, great. But don't make a stupid name with it. Make it like, I don't know. Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Exactly.
With 2 eyebrows over it, just constantly going up and down like this.
Yeah.
Like it would have the lights where they go on and then they go down.
Above the E and above the O with the eyebrows.
Hello. Yeah. Candidate number 4. You and I were both on an email last Thursday on Mets opening day where a friend of ours sent out an email for everybody to get together to watch the Mets opening day, where he's like, the game's at 4, we can do this. And the person organizing it, then there was a rain delay, and he organized this big event, and I don't know, 2 emails later, he goes, well, you guys can go, I can't make it anymore. What an asshole for making plans for everybody and then being the one to cancel it because he had plans later that night.
Name him.
Eric or the plans?
That's the one. No, I don't care what his plans are. His plans are probably made up. Eric, they call him out.
Somebody who goes to make plans and then is the one to cancel them, or at least goes, I can't make it, but you all can go now. What an asshole.
I had a coworker. The guy had his problems, but like we worked together for a while. That was back when I was young and when I went out for his birthday. 2 years in a row, couldn't make it to his own party. His own birthday party, like he was trying to get to the house. He couldn't get himself together. Like, fine, it happens 1 year. 2 years in a row, like to the point where it was almost like funny or comical. He was mortified.
We have a friend in our friend group who is notorious late, but to the point that, he says, I'll be there at 2. We all get there at 3, and I always have to hang out with his friends for when he shows up at 4.
I hate that shit. I'm very punctual. And tell me to be there at 3, I'm there at 2:58. Because being late is wasting someone else's time, and that's not okay. There's more candidates. Go.
Candidate number 5 was Adam Schefter. I cannot believe that he described this situation as struggling to catch on quarterback. It really drove me crazy. I know it kind of came up before because we were talking about my sexy shirt here.
Yeah. Julia's dad is watching this, so we got to keep it like somewhat clean.
Candidate number 6. Don't know if you
bring up his new daughter-in-law or future daughter-in-law and make him crazy.
I don't understand.
The girl who he fights with. I know, right? I almost didn't, but then I did. Who's number 6?
Candidate number 6, Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo, the pride of Manchester United, I think.
He is on Man U, yes.
Did you see what he did this past weekend?
No, he didn't.
He got hurt in a game, something. He was frustrated. I don't watch soccer because it's for losers. And he was hobbling off the field as a bunch of people. Nowadays, everybody has their phone up taking pictures the whole time.
Yeah.
And, it's some little kid, apparently 14 years old. They had autism. Not that he knows everybody's medical diagnosis, is recording it. And in his frustration, he leans over, smacks the shit out of the phone, clear out of the kid's hand. Phone on the ground, broken. They take pictures. The kid's hand is purple and blows up like a balloon.
Cut to someone else. Camera 2.
He puts out some half-hearted apology and goes, we'll give you tickets to the game. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
If this was LeBron James, oh my God.
He'd like own this kid's, like, he would own his life. He would be taking, like, he'd go out there and shoot a 3 if he wants to, if it was LeBron.
It's crazy how much these athletes get away with, not
he
to.
Gets away with everything, and there's no rules in the Premier League. You score goals, you're good.
Did he not get away with rape like 2 years ago?
I mean, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's some consent there. But nevertheless, he gets away. No, he's got a laundry list of things, and he's worth a fortune. He can buy this kid any phone he wants. He can buy this kid a phone that's not out yet.
He has like hundreds of millions of Instagram followers. He's at the level where he could just tweet literally anything and get paid all the money in the world.
On the short list, like top 5 stars.
A-list, or is he not Will Ferrell?
He's not quite Will Ferrell yet. There's some clubs that wouldn't take him. Yeah, he may be a top 5 celeb in the world. But maybe
world.
One. I don't know.
Agreed.
Like, yeah, he owes this kid a phone and a hug. I don't know.
Candidate.
And he should give a shit ton of money to autism. Like, do something with it.
Which kind?
Which kind? All of them. He's got plenty of money.
All the autisms.
Yeah, just the whole spectrum. Just take care of
Hey, that was pretty good. The whole spectrum of autism. He donates money.
Yeah, take care of foot the bill.
Last candidate. I was at a wedding this past weekend. Great wedding. Had an amazing time. I actually have something really nice to say about it. It was very beautiful for a lot of reasons. But highlight of any wedding, I don't know if you feel this way, is Shout. Shout is an all-time classic. You gotta play it. You gotta love it. And you're an asshole if you don't get down on the ground and do the alligator.
Gator! Exactly. You gotta do Gator. Someone's gotta yell it too, though.
Except we're at this wedding. They play Shout, and right when it goes a little bit soft, they cut it. They cut the music right there, and you didn't get to a little bit softer or a little bit louder.
Or like get low, like Belushi.
It was a little bit, and the next you know, it was like, Mano Riva, Nintora Sola, la 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 la, Danza Caruro.
Yeah, I don't like that song because they played it constantly when we were in, Jen, where were we with that? Da, 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 da. So he just, Costa Rica, I think, like it was on loop.
You've been to Costa Rica? I'm going next year.
It's a blast. We've been through this. It's like growing up summer camp. I'm not on air, but they have like jumping off of rocks. And Jenna's quote was, "I've never worn as many helmets or as many waivers as I have in my life in that trip."
You know that's where I'm going for my mini moon without Julia, right?
What the fuck's a mini moon?
It's a honeymoon after, not your real honeymoon, but it's your honeymoon, like a little short one. But the wedding, and then and 2 weeks later, I'm going to Costa Rica with my friends without her for my mini moon.
We're going to Costa Rica?
You can come.
I like Costa Rica. Arenal was nice. Guanacaste was nice. Good golf.
So as far as the wedding, not doing the little bit softer really killed me. But you know what? I'm going to throw in another candidate. They had a guest book, and your boy, little Mike, goes up, and he's a little hammered at this point, and he goes to write, we're writing stuff into being funny, and he goes to write LFGM. Instead writes LGFM, has to cross it out and rewrite it correct.
Ooh, the cross out is really tacky.
What do?
You know your shit. You handle your booze. Ooh, he crossed out. I was very tempted to give it to the DJ, but crossing out.
We have the Flash. We have Photoshopping situation. The sports bra. Eric's email making plans of canceling it. Schefter. Cristiano Ronaldo. A little bit softer now. And your boy writing LGFM and crossing it out.
I think it's somewhere as a tie between Ronaldo and Little Mike. Because it's so embarrassing to have. It's like you can't spell. This isn't like second grade. You're an adult. Know how to spell things. It's probably Ronaldo, but I still want to give it.
Also a big Mets fan.
Was he hammered or was he?
Nah, not that bad.
Then it's him.
Highlight of the wedding, though.
The cookies. Ron Ketzer, the cookie guy.
The cookie guy?
It is the cookie guy.
Who stole the cookie?
Fields. Yeah, the guy who brought the cookies to the office and took them home.
I put a little description for these episodes. Maybe it's better you don't know that. I called that the cookie conundrum. I had to Google conundrum.
What? Why?
It was hard to spell. I didn't want to say it wrong.
Oh, he spelled, but yes. He's a giver that's on your shirt, like kind of thing. You're bringing the cookies, but you're taking them back.
Dwayne Haskins?
Sure. Indian giver. But you can't say that.
Zach, highlight of the wedding, though. I said this as it happened, but when you go to a wedding, I like to fill up at the cocktail hour, and it was a banging cocktail hour. And as I'm basically at the level of like I shouldn't eat anymore, they come around with baby lamb chops, and
they were fantastic.
I said out loud, I bring a blank check to a wedding. If you have baby lamb chops, I add a 0 to the end of it.
Send us a check. We had them. We didn't order them, though. We had them because the corporate event that was before us didn't finish all their food. So we had so much extra food that we didn't pay for. Oh, it was great.
They also finished up giving everybody Shake Shack because it kind of was a Mets wedding. We all took it home. I had Shake Shack the next day, but it was good. But
you took home food from a wedding? How gauche are you?
It literally was like to-go Shake Shack, idiot.
Eat it. Man up.
Eat the rat.
Although my mom boosted 2 bottles of wine from our wedding because she knew the bar at the hotel would be closed afterwards. So she rolls in, party time.
Love
Out
it.
of her mind. Yeah, that'll go.
Zach, trivia for this week. We're going with internet slang abbreviations. And you kind of already hit my one. So to give you an example, question number 2 was TLDR. So I'm gonna switch that up for you, but because TLDR means
too long, didn't read.
Did you know there's a semicolon between the L and the D in that, technically?
No, but there should be an FO afterwards. Too long, didn't read, fuck off.
Question number 1, FTW.
FTW?
Your friends are texting back and forth, and then you say something clever, and they just go, Zach, FTW.
Fuck the world?
For the win.
Oh.
This is going to be bad. Next one.
Fuck the world better. Fuck the world.
I
generally don't use acronyms. I tend to use full elocution and hate people that do use acronyms.
Shelby got it for the win. You did.
Shelby needs to go to school.
She works at school.
Go there.
Question number 2. IYKYK.
I don't even remember the letters, man.
This is one of those, like, an inside joke. These are all new ones. It's an inside joke.
What?
IYKYK. If you
know your... What's the last letter?
YK.
If you know your...
If you know... You know.
Oh, that's awful.
All right. Your favorite YouTuber is doing an AMA live. What does AMA stand for?
AMA?
They're going to take questions from people. AMA.
Audience.
Ask.
American Music Awards. Ask me anything?
Ask me anything.
I like that.
All righty. Next one you're not getting because I didn't really plan on giving it to you, but a lot of people now are starting to use this TIFU, and it's when they make a mistake. So it's TIFU.
Try if fuck you.
Today I
fucked up.
Fucked up.
Just write that or write mea culpa. Just do better. Don't write this shit. Don't make the other person just send you a question mark or like a question mark and an exclamation mark. Do better.
I love that the whole chat box is getting every single one of these. Samanda's in. Ron Katz is in. You're the only one.
Ron Katz is hip to the slang.
Yeah, he's down with the sickness.
Yeah. He's from the BTO era. He's TCV. You know, he's killing it.
I'll give you credit if you could just tell me what this means because I didn't know what this acronym meant. BAE, or some people say Bay.
Oh, before all else, or like others, or like the one that you want. You're significant. The one you took first.
Before
anyone else.
Hey, you got one.
I knew that one. I just had to get there. But best aunt ever, you are not. Maybe you are. What do I know?
I don't know if I told you, but when I hung out with Shelby's new son 2 weeks ago, the kid was the happiest baby I've ever met in my life.
Good for her.
All it did was smile and laugh the whole time. You could do anything, and anything you did, it was just like belly laughing. Best podcast audience ever.
Stoned out of his mind. Love him.
It probably was.
High as Tracy McGrady.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Thanks for listening to this episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this.
I did have fun on this one.
Happy Passover coming up. We also have to send out a little bit of condolences. R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried. Zach, best Gilbert Gottfried. What was your favorite?
My favorite Gilbert? Beverly Hills Cop 2. He stole the movie in 2 seconds. Bitch, he hangs up. It kills me.
Problem Child. You're an idiot.
He was good in Problem Child, too.